Lewis Hamilton has finally said it, a single cryptic sentence, and suddenly the entire Ferrari garage is holding its breath. Because behind that quiet comment lies a storm, tension, frustration, and a warning shot aimed directly at Ferrari's management. Hamilton doesn't use loaded words lightly, and this time his tone didn't just spark discussion, it ignited something far deeper, something inside Ferrari no one wants to admit publicly. When Hamilton announced his move from Mercedes to Ferrari, the world expected fireworks. This was supposed to be the beginning of Ferrari's rebirth, the start of a redemption arc written in bold red. The seven-time world champion was meant to bring experience, leadership, and a championship mentality to a team desperate for direction. But as the season unfolded, the dream started to wobble. Ferrari looked fast in flashes, but confused in reality. Promising upgrades didn't land. Weekend form fluctuated wildly. Strategy still lacked certainty. And Hamilton noticed everything. After the latest Grand Prix, a reporter asked an innocent question about Ferrari's progress. Hamilton paused, offered a polite smile, and then said the sentence that sent shockwaves across the paddock. "We need to make sure we're heading in the right direction." That's it. One calm, measured line. And yet the garage knows exactly what that means. When Hamilton speaks like this, it's not a casual opinion. It's a coded warning, a gentle but unmistakable push, a signal that something behind the scenes isn't working as it should. Hamilton has been through this storyline before. At Mercedes, he spent 2 painful seasons watching the team cling to a flawed design philosophy he warned them about early. He felt unheard, he felt sidelined, and he watched 2 years of championship potential disappear. That experience shaped him. It changed the way he communicates. He now speaks up early, long before a concept becomes a disaster. And at Ferrari, this is his first major sign of discontent. Ferrari is a team where pressure never sleeps. Every mistake becomes a headline. Every engineer has a different idea. Every department fights to be right. Ferrari is passion and chaos operating under one roof. Some people thrive in that environment, others drown. Hamilton is trying to reshape it, but the internal machinery is complex, political, and deeply traditional. His comment exposes the cracks many suspected, but few dared to address. Behind the scenes, Ferrari is currently split between 2 conflicting identities. One group believes in bold innovation, with aggressive upgrades, high-risk development, and chasing Red Bull's cutting-edge ideas. The other group wants stability, consistent evolution, safer decisions, and minimizing errors. Neither side is fully wrong, but when both are pulling in different directions, the team loses momentum. And Hamilton is seeing exactly that. His message wasn't aimed at one person. It was aimed at the entire system. It was Hamilton saying, "Commit. Choose a philosophy. Stop hesitating. Stop second-guessing. Stop compromising." Ferrari has spent years reacting instead of leading, adjusting instead of defining. Hamilton wants decisiveness. He wants a clear identity. He wants a car built with ambition, not fear. Charles Leclerc, meanwhile, watches the situation carefully. He understands Ferrari's internal behavior better than anyone. He has lived through multiple team principles, shifting aero concepts, strategy collapses, and endless public scrutiny. Leclerc has learned to tread lightly. He lets results speak. He avoids stirring controversy. But Hamilton? He doesn't need to tiptoe. He brings a legacy that commands attention. When he speaks, Ferrari listens, even if they don't want to. The dynamic between Hamilton and Leclerc is fascinating because it is polite on the surface and competitive beneath it. Both are elite drivers chasing different chapters of their legacy. Hamilton wants an 8th world title to cement himself as the greatest of all time. Leclerc wants his first, to finally escape the unfulfilled potential label. And both of them need Ferrari to commit fully. The moment Ferrari shows uncertainty, internal tension naturally rises. Not personal conflict or professional urgency, the two have avoided friction so far. But Ferrari's inconsistency could turn subtle frustration into rivalry. Leclerc wants the team built around him. Hamilton wants the team to listen to him. And Ferrari can't follow both completely. This is the reality Ferrari signed up for. Two ultra-competitive drivers, each with championship-level expectations, relying on a team that still struggles with direction. Ferrari's technical department is also under massive pressure. The engineers know Hamilton is incredibly sensitive to car behavior. He can feel balance issues long before they show up in the data. When he warns about direction, he's usually right. But Ferrari is a team where hierarchy and pride still influence decisions. Not everyone wants to admit when the driver sees something before the simulator does. That subtle internal friction is now rising to the surface. The reaction in Maranello after Hamilton's comment was immediate. Not public, never public. Ferrari will always pretend everything is united. But internally, meetings intensified, discussions sharpened, questions grew louder. Suddenly, people want clarity on who is calling the shots. Which upgrade path is prioritized? Which concept survives? Which department must step up? Ferrari hates public criticism, even if it's subtle. And Hamilton's words are polite as they hit the nerve Ferrari tries hardest to hide. But here's the real twist. Hamilton's calm comment might actually be the best thing that could happen to Ferrari. For years, Ferrari has lacked a driver who challenges the system with the confidence to push back. Vettel tried, but the politics beat him. Leclerc learned to adapt. But Hamilton, he brings a different kind of authority. He brings championship instincts. He brings expectations shaped by a team that once dominated F1. He knows how a winning environment operates, and he knows how quickly things can go wrong when a team loses confidence. Ferrari needs that kind of pressure. They need someone to disrupt the comfort zone, someone to demand excellence, someone to refuse mediocrity. Hamilton is not afraid to hold Ferrari to a higher standard because he didn't join the team to be patient. He joined to win, to fight for the title, to close his career with a statement. The timing of the comment also reveals Hamilton's urgency. We are approaching a major regulation shift in 2026. The decisions Ferrari makes now directly affect whether Hamilton has a chance at another title before he retires. If the team chooses the wrong philosophy this early, they lose a year. If they hesitate, they lose two. Hamilton knows he can't waste time. Every decision matters. Every upgrade matters. Every directional choice matters. And that's why he spoke up now. Not next season, not mid-year, but right now when Ferrari can still course correct. The fans immediately felt the weight of his words. Some praised him for finally demanding standards Ferrari has lacked. They see him as the leader Ferrari needs. Others worried that this was the beginning of friction, that Hamilton is already frustrated, and that the partnership could unravel. But the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Hamilton's comment comes from responsibility, not irritation. This isn't anger. This is leadership. This is Hamilton saying, I know what works, let's do it right. Why does this matter so much for Formula One? Because Ferrari is not just another team. When Ferrari gets things right, the entire sport shifts. Rivalries intensify. Championship fights become unpredictable. The grid dynamic dramatically changes. A competitive Ferrari makes F1 more exciting, and Hamilton, paired with Ferrari, is potentially the most powerful storyline of the decade. But only if Ferrari listens. Only if Ferrari commits. Only if Ferrari chooses a path and sticks to it. Hamilton's cryptic sentence wasn't a complaint. It was a challenge. It was him placing a mirror in front of Ferrari and asking them to look at themselves honestly. It was him saying that greatness requires decisiveness, that championships require unity, that success requires courage. Ferrari now faces a crossroads. Embrace Hamilton's push toward bold innovation, or retreat into familiar caution. One path leads to title contention. The other leads to the same cycle Ferrari has been trapped in for more than a decade. The million-dollar question remains, will Ferrari listen? Will they let Hamilton shape the team? Will they give him the trust and control he needs? Or will this be the first sign of deeper conflict brewing inside Maranello? Hamilton knows what he wants. The world knows what Ferrari needs. The only unknown now is whether Scuderia is brave enough to take the direction Hamilton believes is right, or whether this cryptic comment was just the opening chapter of a much bigger storm inside Ferrari.